On a date that focuses on the color green, two teams are focused on gold. Not Leprechaun's gold, but PIAA State Championship gold. Tonight, Southern Columbia's Tigers are taking on Berlin-Brothersvalley. Hello, welcome to Big Spring High School, Newville. My name is Bob Howard alongside Dave Sandry here to bring you PIAA State semifinal matchup between the Southern Columbia Tigers and Berlin-Brothersvalley Mountaineers. We, Dave, just came off of a really exciting game that got down to the last second between Obama Academy and Carver. Watching the last shot.
Yeah, you hit that shot with 2.7 to go. Beautiful.
That feels a lot like Southern Columbia's playoff run. Each one of these games for Southern, they have not been able to just pull away and dominate,
right,
but they've been able to make sure that it comes down to the final possessions that they have control when it counts. And that's going to be a difference here, too.
No, it will be. It will be. You know, and then like we talk about, you got to take care of the basketball.
Yep.
You got to make layups. You got to be able to play defense. And that goes for every team that's in this right now. If one of those three you lax on a little bit, guess what? You'll be going home and your season's going to be over.
Yeah, and we're looking at going home for one team. One team's luck is running out tonight on St. Patrick's Day. Dave, it's an interesting part of this, too, because we are 24 hours since this game was to be set up.
Right.
So think about the emotional journey a lot of these kids were on. They were ready to go last night. Southern Columbia, I believe, was on the bus when they had to turn around and come back.
They were on a bus and ready to pull out of the lot, and they got the notice that, hey, superintendent come on a bus, shut everything down, and said we can't because of safety issues. And I get that. I totally get that. So that's their call.
Well, from a coaching standpoint, though, how do you recreate that build-up? Now, you do get an extra day of practice overall, really,
right,
good, but you have your team already emotionally on both sides ready to go, and then it hits pause, and you got to push it 24 hours.
And that's tough, but the coaching staff at Southern were smart. They went in there, went back in the gym, practiced, shot around, went through a couple things, not heavy, not, just light things, shooting fouls, shooting jump shots, just working on things, taking care of the ball, and touching the ball with your hands every day.
Right.
You got to do that. You can't let it get by. At this point in the season, your hands got to be so used to grabbing that ball, clutching that ball, passing that ball, shooting that ball. That's what you got to be able to do.
Yep.
So you got to love it. Southern took care of that last night, and I don't know what else. I don't know how Berlin Brothers did.
And the last piece I do want to point out, too, from Southern Columbia's standpoint, Southern Columbia is a young team. A young team that while you are Southern Columbia, and Southern Columbia, there's always expectations. There's a championship pedigree throughout the entire school. Right. This day is still a very young team. Many of these kids have not been to this level in this moment before.
No, they haven't been. And, the majority of the team at Southern right now is sophomores. The majority. There's a couple freshmen there. You have a couple of good girls coming up from 7th and 8th grade team. But I'll tell you what, they just gelled and came together a lot better than I think anybody in the area expected. Because they looked big in the season. Helwig was hurt, didn't play. They were 2-5. She come back, got a little more energy, a little bit more help with taking care of the ball, which she had trouble with. And she kind of took that over a little bit. But then Macie Clark, man, did she step, not Macie Clark, Macie Swank, I'm sorry. Macie Swank, did she step up? I mean, the last couple games before she got hurt with concussion, outstanding. And in the game last week, Rosie, Martino, and Olivia Jones, they were outstanding. Led the team with career highs, 21 for Jones, 15 for Martino, and they led the team that night up there in Wilkes-Barre against Mountain View.
Yep. So at this point in the year, we could talk about sophomores and juniors, but we're really talking about a battle-tested team, especially one at 14-13 on the year. Look, sometimes you take those tough losses against tough competition, and you're cut out of wood. Yeah, that's the biggest point here for Southern Columbia tonight. They are battle-tested to take on a big Berlin-Brothersvalley squad. We need to talk about the defending state champion Berlin-Brothersvalley, and very specifically, a name you're going to hear a lot tonight, right? Coral Prosser. Coral Prosser has somewhere around 25 D1 offers, and those teams that are recruiting her know what they're looking at, and we're going to see her put on a show tonight as well.
Well, the girl from Allison from Berlin Brothers, not Berlin Brothers, Mountain View.
Right.
Allison Kilmer. I couldn't get the last name, but came to me. Anyway, She could shoot, could do this, could do that. And I'm telling you what, she was tough with a basketball. And she's going to play Division I somewhere. She's a nice-sized girl, and I'm telling you what, could she play? Southern just boxed her, fronted her, and it got back of her. And they made her work for the ball. She was running, and guess what? Never got the ball to her. I think she ended up with 16 points, but everybody else was like 5 or 6. And that's why Southern handled them and beat them.
Yeah, and it's going to take the level of control of that. Berlin-Brothersvalley returning 3 starters, Prosser, along with 5'10 senior Mercy Scheller and 5'9 junior Eleanor Ritchie. Look, this team, this Berlin-Brothersvalley team, talking about matching up teams like York Catholic, they were able to control 63-51. Also here in, taking out Susquehanna Township in the Harrisburg area, no slouch, bigger school team. So they are used to the big contest. And again, defending state champion, returning 3 starters. This is definitely territory they are familiar with. And that puts another challenge onto Southern, a young team taking on one that's been there before.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, I think Southern's up to the task. The way they played their last couple games, I'm telling you what, they're fighting, they're getting better, they're helping each other. So, I'll tell you what, I think we're in for a good ball game tonight.
I think so, too. I think the word that keeps us, that Southern is continually described to me is the word scrappy. And I think that is the type of ball game, that's the type of ball game that Southern wants to play. They don't want this to be a clean basketball game. What I need to say is like one that's going to be fought in the trenches, one that's going to be loose balls, one that's going to keep it away from set offense is one that could benefit Southern in the long run here as well. If we get into a set offense situation where Berlin can exert their will on the offensive end, Southern Columbia is going to have to shut that down quickly. This is a team in Berlin-Brothersvalley that can score, and they can score inside and out. And now top of the starting lines for the Berlin-Brothersvalley Mountaineers. They're out there. Playing as Ryan 1 freshman Madison Will. Samantha Walker. Paul Prosser. For Southern this evening, number 10, Sierra Martino. Number 13, Bella Snyder. Number 15, Elena Reuter. Number 21, Olivia Jones. And then number 32, Kailee Helwig. Southern Columbia coached by Jim Kessler, first-year head coach for Southern, assisted by Dave Pegley, Chad Lauer, and Aaron Spots. Tuesday evening, happy St. Patrick's Day. 32 minutes separate 2 teams from their one goal to start the season, to play in a state title. The winner will head to Hershey and Giant Center for Thursday at noon. It's Southern Columbia, it's Berlin-Brothersvalley, and it is game time. My name is Bob Hauer alongside Dave Sanders. Thank you so much for listening on the Black Diamond Sports Network. As we bring you the action here live from Big Spring High School in Newville. Berlin-Brothersvalley decked out in blue with white trim. Southern Columbia in white outmode, white with black and gold trim, as we are set for tip-off. Dave, do you have the officials?
Yes, I do. The officials are Albert Jones, Steve Shaft, and Jordan Forster.
And
looks like we got a good group here.
Sierra Martino about to tip off. It's Mercy Scheller. Berlin-Brothersvalley comes away with the tip. And up and in, driving on the left side, number 22, Coral Prosser. All right, Southern Columbia bringing the ball up. That is Helwig. Coming out in a man-to-man. Helwig lost control of the ball, got it out to number 11, Mercy Scheller for Berlin-Brothersvalley. Stutter, stop, walk, travel. Going the other way, Southern Columbia takes control. So 1 possession each team so far, Dave. And Berlin-Brothersvalley scores off the tip. Southern turns it over, and then we got a turnover coming back from Bryn.
And I'll tell you what, they're quick on that. Quick, that steal, man, pass down court, beautiful.
All right, so Olivia Jones dribbling the ball. Top of the key, passes off to Reuter. Reuter up on the left hand, on the left side, no good. Rebound by Prosser. Prosser out, broken up by number 10, Martino. Martino over to Kailee Helwig at midcourt now. Helwig guarded by Scheller, number 11. That's Olivia Jones, drives in the middle, and a turnover, travel in the lane. So 2 turnovers so far. It took the first one a little bit nervousness there. Gotta be. You gotta have nerves coming out here, too. Again, the preparation is there.
Absolutely.
Come out. Southern Columbia coming out the 2-2-1 trap. Actually, it's a 1-3-1, looks like. Passing right through Berlin down to the lower left box. Shot up by Walker. No good. That's Will with the rebound. Shot by Prosser. 2, 3. That's a 3 from the left side of the key. 3 for Prosser. 5-0 Berlin-Brothersvalley. And we are 1 minute and 10 seconds in. That's Jones with the ball. Jones dribbles down, backs off the right box, passes out to Helwig. Helwig steps on the line. Third unforced turnover right now for Southern Columbia. I think nerves are definitely a factor here so far, Dave.
A little bit. Yeah, it's they're probably being forced to do things that they're not normally doing. That team is real quick.
That's right. So ball now to Madison. Will kicks it over to Sechler. Sechler. Good. The 2. 7-0 Southern Columbia takes a timeout. Minute and a half in. Southern Columbia down 7-0 right away, and this Berlin-Brothersvalley team came out hot, controlling the ball and hitting 2 big outside shots along with that score right off the tap, Dave.
Yep. Okay.
So 7-0 in the huddle right now. You have Jim Kessler talking to the Southern Columbia girls. Dave, what's the one key you want to make sure these girls get in that quick timeout?
Well, you got to take care of the basketball. One thing, come down. Don't be rattled. Relax. Bring it down. Everybody help each other, and let's take care of the ball.
All right, Jones brings it up the right side of the court.
Didn't even get a shot yet.
Comes off a shot, pass from Swank. Trapped out of the top. Man-to-man defense. Get a foul inside. Martino isn't getting the ball, but it's being fouled by Will near the right side of the foul line there.
Definitely fouled a pusher in the back.
So that'll be Helwig taking it out underneath. Helwig looking inside. Loose to Jones. Jones, another travel. That's 3 travels so far. Southern Columbia really struggling right now to maintain their possessions and get good quality shots.
Speed of the game. Bruin Brothers is handling it with no problem.
Yeah, Bryn Prosser brings it up. Breaking through the Southern Columbia trap. Passes off to Walker. Walker kicks it outside on the right. Deep shot there from Sechler. And Prosser gets another rebound. Shot up, miss. Rebound for number 32, Kailee Helwig. Another foul. Second foul so far for the Brothersvalley. Southern trying to get a breakout by midcourt. Foul there on their left, Mercy Sechler.
So first, team second.
All right, Macie Swank in the game now. Looking for some movement out of Southern Columbia. Deep 3. Deep 3 for Kailee Helwig from Interstate 81. Yeah, down 7-3 right now. Southern Columbia will get some of that back. Prosser comes right back down the court. Throws one up in traffic, no good. Rebound from Olivia Jones, driving down 2-on-1. Kicks it back off to Swank. Swank 7-5 right now. 2 quick ways to turn around, but Southern is slow to get back. Physical. Plays like what's they're going to call underneath. And Bryn Prosser goes up.
I don't think...
That's about Alana Reuter underneath. Boston's going to shoot 2.
Yeah, I don't think the fans thought that was the right
I think the one part about tonight, I think you're going to know how the fans feel this evening. Southern well represented. We're going to have Bryn Prosser on the line shooting to the sophomore. No good on the first. So 5:26 left in the first quarter. Berlin-Brothersvalley jumped up to a 7-0 lead. Southern comes back with 5 quick points on the board. 7-5 here in the first. Second shot to Prosser. Prosser hits the second. 8-5. Southern Columbia takes the ball underneath. Olivia Jones with the ball, brings it up that right side. Little separation. Lost the ball again. This is Will with the ball. Will kicks it over to Coral Prosser. Coral trapped underneath, kicks it back out to Sechler. Sechler swings it over to number 10. Walker, a deep shot, no good. Rebound. Looks like Prosser goes back to that ball underneath. Rebound, no good. Really getting physical underneath Prosser. Another rebound. It's not foul, it's just line up. Wow. This is going to be a physical state of play, especially with Coral Prosser.
And Berlin Brothers has the people to be physical. They do.
That's a foul on number 10, Sierra Martino. So they're going to put number 22, Coral Prosser Jr. back on the line, shooting 2. First one is good. 9 5, Berlin-Brothersvalley. 5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Prosser off for a second shot now. Second one is good. 10-5, 5 minutes to go.
Great form of those shots.
Right, good foul shooting wins every time. 32, Kailee Helwig with the ball, brings up the left side. Helwig creates some separation. Loses the ball. It's going to be Sechler. Brings it up the left side. No good on the layup. Kicks it back out because the rebound gets it up to Walker. And Berlin-Brothersvalley gets back out to their set. As Bryn Prosser with the ball. Looks underneath to Walker. Walker on that lower left box. Jump ball. Walker was set up in the right position. Couldn't get that ball out of her hands quick enough.
Good call.
Yep. Jump ball. Southern Columbia ball. 4:33 left. 10-5 Berlin-Brothersvalley. Swank brings that ball up the court on the left side. 4.5 left here in the first period. Drives down the right side of the lane. Swank up. And no good. Misses on the layup. Rebound from Reuter. Up and good. 10-7. Berlin-Brothersvalley up. Getting up. Berlin back really quick down the court. The control of the 10. Walker falls. Misses the shot. No good. Rebound from Olivia Jones. Olivia Jones drives down the lane. No good in the middle. Back on that box. Puts it back up again. No good. Rebound from Sechler for Berlin-Brothersvalley. Right back down the court. Driving to the lower right box. And good on the layup. 12-7. 3:51 remaining. Berlin-Brothersvalley out on Southern Columbia. It is a fast-paced game. Swank moves it back down the court really quick. Bounce pass, no good. Actually, kick ball in the layup.
Yep.
Gets that stop and play. Southern Columbia going to sub in. We're going to bring in number 4, Amelia Leslie, and number 13, Bella Snyder. And it looks like Penny Stoltzfus coming in for Berlin-Brothersvalley. Ball underneath for Southern with 3:44 left in the first. 12-7. Berlin-Brothersvalley out with that lead.
Oh, nice tour.
Right away, Berlin-Brothersvalley pushes back down the court. I'm going to turn on the full Prosser with a 2 on the left side. 14-7. Berlin-Brothersvalley doubling up Southern right now with 3.5 to play. Got Macie Swank with the ball. Swank looks to pass, holds back, moves the ball over to Amelia Leslie. Back to Swank. Good. From the elbow, 14-9, 3:16 left to go. Berlin is out so quickly trying to get that ball down the court. Constantly trying to move it. Prosser gives it off to Sechler. Sechler, good. 16-9, Berlin-Brothersvalley out on Southern Columbia. Southern way back all the way, moving the ball up the court. Amelia Leslie with the ball on the right side. Leslie pulls up her dribble, gives it back to Macie Swank. Swank down left side, tries pass, picked off by Prosser. Bryn Prosser, fight her way, up, foul. Foul on the left side of the court. Sorry, Helwig.
Helwig, yep. That's a foul you don't need to commit. I know you turn a ball on, but you have no reason to go in.
But the pace of the game now is so quick.
Yeah.
And it almost, to some extent, helps Southern slow things down because they are so quick getting that ball out underneath and moving it back.
Absolutely right.
Cole Prosser with the ball top of the key.
They are quick.
Passes it off to Sechler. Sechler drives left, looks in. Gets that ball 25. It's Stoltzfus, that is a walk. So 2:38 left here in the first. 16-9. Berlin-Brothersvalley out quick on Southern Columbia.
Turnovers 8-4.
That's good. Story of the game.
Same for Southern.
Yep. Macie Swank gets that ball, drives.
Tell you what, she's a big help with the team, I'm telling you.
Helwig gets back to Swank. Swank with a shot. Short. Berlin, rebound from Olivia Jones. Olivia Jones on the left block, no good. Rebound from number 10, Samantha Walker, moving down the court again. You see how Berlin-Brothersvalley gets down that court so quick. Pass off to Sechler. The side passes back off to Cole Prosser up on the left, no good. Tries to follow roll, rebound, no good. Macie Swank comes to the ball. Coming up the left side of the court. 2 minutes left, 16-9. Berlin-Brothersvalley with control over Southern Columbia. Helwig with the ball, top of the key, plays off a pick. No roll off of that. Helwig trying to get some space. Moves the ball off to Swank. Swank holds that ball, minute 48 left. In some pressure, got some space now. Swank gives that ball off underneath to number 13. That Bella Snyder with 2. 16-11, and here comes Berlin-Brothersvalley back down that court quick.
Great pass.
Prosser brings that ball back down the court to the lane. In traffic, knocked over. Misses that shot. That's 25 base Stoltzfus. Rebound. Helwig bringing it back up the court. Minute 27 left. Swank by number 30, Bryn Prosser, going back the other way. Missed that layup. That's number 22, Cole Prosser. No good. Comes out, knocked to the floor. This is a physical contest. And knocked out of play. Just to get on breath here, Dave. I'm telling you. 8 left. I'm tired of listening. And I'll tell you, as we watch 22 Cole Prosser all over the court.
And you know what?
She
doesn't slow down. It's full speed, 110% every step.
Into the game for Southern. Colette, Zsido. Colette with the ball on the left side. She's got space down the block. No good. Wrapped around. That's Olivia Jones with the rebound. Pass it back out to Helwig. Helwig up and good. 51 seconds left. 16-13. Southern Columbia crawling back in. Berlin-Brothersvalley with the ball. 44 seconds left. As Cole Prosser off to Sechler. Setting us play developed. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Lost the ball for the court. Helwig with the ball coming back down the court. Contested. Trying to get it through. Helwig good. 16-15. Back passes for Helwig. 25 seconds left. Berlin-Brothersvalley goes it back down the court again. Prosser steps through. No good. No score. 19 seconds left. Helwig with the ball at center court. 16-15. Berlin-Brothersvalley. Helwig bounce pass in the middle to Jones. Jones passes off to Martino. Martino no good. That's Bryn Prosser up 2-1. Shot up. If it goes, it does. And it's a 3 at the buzzer. The last shot you did not need. Southern Columbia, though, showed a lot of fire to fight their way back in here. 1 quarter of play in the books, and it is Berlin-Brothersvalley 19, Southern Columbia 15, Dave. Back here at Big Spring High School, Bob Howard alongside Dave Sandry. 7-0 Berlin-Brothersvalley get out to an early lead. Southern Columbia fought their way back. 19-15 started the second. And Berlin-Brothersvalley out with a deep 3 for Mercy Sechler. No good. Rebounded by Madison Will. Will passes it back across the court to Walker. Walker gives it off to number 30. Bryn Prosser back out high. Pause top. Mercy Sechler top of the key. Makes some space. Pulls up just inside the foul line. No good. Rebound by Helwig. Helwig brings that ball back up the court. They are keeping the pressure on the run. They are. You mentioned earlier about Southern Columbia coming out a little nervous, but that fighting back like they have, they certainly help get all butterflies out. They calmed it right down. They're back in the game. So Jones had them 15-16, or they were down 16-15 until she hit the shot at the buzzer. Jones picks up her dribble, passes it off to Sierra Martino. Martino takes it out top right side. Pressure is up on them. It's a physical man-to-man defense. Southern Columbia takes a 30-second timeout here. 7:05 left in the first quarter. 19-15, Berlin-Brothersvalley up on Southern. Well, I'll tell you what, this game is like fast speed, man. And I said earlier that a scrappy game is what I thought could benefit Southern Columbia. Yes, I agree. I think to some extent, I don't know how much we really counted on the speed of Berlin-Brothersvalley getting down the court as quickly as they are. They are breaking the strap, and there are it's a mismatch 2-on-1 underneath right away. They are definitely running. All right, so Helwig inbounds the ball to Swank. 7 minutes left. 19-15, second quarter. Berlin up on top of Southern. Swank passes underneath. Gets out of bounds. Loose ball, Berlin-Brothersvalley ball. So Southern keeps on. It's like a 2-2-1. They're at a 2-2-1 right now. They're falling to the man-to-man defense. That is Coral Prosser. She'll stuff a quick jab and so strong with her left. Oh, you watch how much they go to the left side. Oh, yeah. I know. Prosser off to Sechler. Sechler cross court to Walker. Walker up, contested. No good. Helwig comes down with a rebound. Knocked down. Kicked in the head. As they're going down, going to get a jump ball on this, too. Physical game. Jump ball, this will be Southern Columbia's ball. 6:31 left. Berlin-Brothersvalley, 19-15 up on Southern. Jones inbounds the ball. Macie Swank brings it up. Berlin-Brothersvalley staying in there man-to-man. They keep that pressure really tight, too, up on top. Swank moves the ball underneath, finds Reuter. Reuter passes it off to Martino. Martino pulls up. No good. Rebound from Prosser. Prosser brings it back out, already breaking down. Bounce pass at the feet of number 30, Bryn Prosser, as she touched the baseline. Go the other way. Southern Columbia forced trying to be a little too fancy there. Yep, definitely. They are getting that ball down so quickly, put that ball up right away, especially when it comes to Coral Prosser, who's been so solid for the line. Right. 6:06 left. Berlin, turnover. Able to get that turnover away from Swank, forcing the ball back down again. Here comes Prosser. Prosser, hero steps down. Underneath, foul. Helwig, that's his second of the game so far, Dave. Yep. And that's going to put Prosser on the line, 19-15. Berlin-Brothersvalley up 4 with less than 6 to play.
And you know what? That was a good call. It's definitely smacked her. I mean,
look, that step down there, there was contact coming in, but she is going and attacking the hoop every single time.
She is. I'm going to tell you what. She's a heck of a player.
She's a heck of a player. She is everything, everywhere, all at once. Prosser on the line per shot. Good. 20-15, 5:59 left here in the second quarter. So Southern Columbia managed to survive that first wave down 7-0 early.
Yep.
Clawed their way back. Prosser back on the line. Second shot. And it is no good. Rolled out. Southern fights themselves to the rebound. Comes out with it. That's going to be Martino bringing the ball up. Gives it off to Jones. Jones dribbles at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense. Trying to separate. Pulls up a dribble. Puts that shot up. No good. Rolls out. And Sechler for Berlin-Brothersvalley comes away with the ball. Brings it up to half court now. 5:40 to play. Berlin up 5. Oh, easy pass. Looking inside to Berlin-Brothersvalley. Will. She missed the layup. Kicks that ball back out. Southern Columbia going the other way. Olivia Jones. Crossover, stop, pulls up a dribble, gives it back out to Helwig. Helwig at top, 5:27 to play for Berlin-Brothersvalley up 5. Deep three for Helwig, no good off the right side of the rim. Rebound, Southern Columbia, they're going to go jump it up again.
I think that's Berlin-Brothersvalley ball.
Yep, so it's going to go the other way. Arrow favors Berlin-Brothersvalley. 5:20 remaining, 20-15. Southern Columbia is down 5. 5:20 left here in the first half. As Bryn Prosser bring up the ball, kicks it off to her sister, Coral Prosser. Prosser touch right into the lane. Attack mode all the time. Passes out to Sechler. Sechler pulls up, no good. Rebound, kicked out from Jones out to Helwig. Helwig off on her left side here as the teams catch up. A lot of pressure on top of Helwig from Sechler. Helwig pulls up, no good. That ball rebound from Berlin-Brothersvalley with Bryn Prosser. Prosser kicks it off. A pass out to the middle court. Blocked shot up by Amelia Leslie. No good. Berlin-Brothersvalley bringing the ball back up the court. They did have numbers, pulled it back. That's Bryn Prosser with the ball. Center court going right at the lane again. It's not really a foul before the shot goes off. Foul Southern Columbia on Olivia Jones.
That's her first. They haven't called a lot of fouls.
Yeah, and it's been a physical game both ways.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Nobody can say a thing. They've been to make same call. If it's for white, it's for blue. Same call.
Snyder in the game for Southern Columbia for Reuter. All right, Coral Prosser takes the ball underneath, kicks it out to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser moves it over to Walker, back to Bryn Prosser. Call out now to Mercy Sechler. 4:28 left. Sechler pulls up for 3. Good. 23-15. Southern Columbia trails Berlin-Brothersvalley at 4:20 remaining. Helwig with the ball top. The circle, dribbles, tries to create some space. Keeps that ball herself, puts it up, and good. Pulled up from just above the right block. 23-17, 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Berlin-Brothersvalley back down the court quick. Rebound, no good for Stoltzfus. Kicked it back down. Southern Columbia going the other way. Olivia Jones on the left side of the court. 3:58 remaining. So Jones gets that out to Leslie. Leslie dribbling outside 3-point line, looking for somebody to pull up her dribble. Berlin-Brothersvalley, another forced turnover here. Coral Prosser draws contact, no good on the layup, and Helwig comes down with the ball. 3:36 remaining. Southern Columbia down 6. Turnover up, and there's a foul. Southern Columbia, Leslie turned that ball over to Coral Prosser. Coral had a step on her, and Amelia Leslie leaned back in. So 3:32 left, Dave. 23-17. Southern Columbia trails. 3:32 left in the first half. The pace of this game.
Oh, I'm telling you,
the pace of this game.
I'm just surprised Berlin hasn't substituted a whole lot, and they're still going full speed.
Cole Prosser kicks the ball underneath. Easy layup for Penny Stoltzfus.
You know, they're watching.
25-17, 3:25 remaining. First half, Southern Columbia trails by 8. Helwig with the ball. Helwig dribbles. Keeps it to herself, going left, up, foul. Helwig going to the line. Mercy Scheller. Southern Columbia's first time on the line. Keeps it to herself, going left, up, foul.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Helwig
is.
going to the line. 3:15 remaining. Helwig goes to the line, shooting 2.
That's Scheller's second foul, too.
All right, second on Scheller, the senior. 103 returning starters for Berlin-Brothersvalley. Helwig on the line, shooting 2 at the Berlin-Brothersvalley end of the gym. Very packed with blue and their green. Misses the first one. All right, Southern subs back.
Helwig's the only one that has scored this quarter. 2 and now the free throw. That's it.
Yep. Swank back in the game for Leslie. 3:15 left. 25-17. Southern Columbia trails Berlin-Brothersvalley. Helwig for her second shot now. No good. Rebound. Bryn Prosser. Bryn gets back control, gets it off to her sister Coral. 3:10 left. Coral Prosser to Mercy Scheller. Berlin-Brothersvalley maintains control. 8-point lead. Scheller kicks it off to Will. Will back to Scheller. To Bryn Prosser. Will Prosser on the block foul. Helwig on the floor. Prosser is just constantly attacking the block. Southern Columbia got a sub in Colette Zsido.
That was third foul.
3 on Helwig, and that's a tough foul right there.
That is right there because they need it on the floor just for speed alone.
Yeah, just like you said earlier, the offensive end, and so far Helwig's been the force in this second quarter. From Walker, no good. Walker gets her own rebound, passes it out to Will. Will kicks it off to Coral Prosser. Coral Prosser to the lane, cuts back, gives it off to Bryn Prosser. Ran outside to Madison Will, back to the center court. Looks like it was disrupted, and Scheller kicked that ball back. Timeout, Berlin-Brothersvalley. Berlin-Brothersvalley up 8, 25-17, 2:36 remaining in the first half. Prosser with the ball. Gets that back out to Walker. Walker back to Coral Prosser. Coral shot up, good. 27-17, Berlin-Brothersvalley up 10 with 2:20 remaining. Macie Swank with the ball on the right side. Pick set, ignores it, goes back inside, tipped out off of Prosser underneath Southern Columbia ball. Helwig coming back in the, 2:15 left. As Colette Zsido inbounding that ball, gives it off to Jones. Jones draws contact to the foul. Yep. Looks like number 30, Bryn. No,
it was a walk before the foul.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so she got the walk.
She got fouled, but it was after she slid both feet.
2:13 left. Berlin up 10. Coral Prosser with the ball. Southern Columbia keeping that pressure up, but Berlin just cutting right through it. Ball to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser up for a 3. Good. 30-17. Southern Columbia trailing Berlin. 1:54 remaining in the first half. As Olivia Jones bringing that ball up on the left side. So much intense pressure. Get that ball underneath Snyder. Snyder. Foul. Down the lower left block, Dave. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Yep. $13.
Yeah, foul number 13.
Do you have a 13?
So we have it.
Oh, so it is 30. Okay, they changed that. All right.
Yep. All right, so Snyder on the line. Freshman shooting 2. First one good. 30-18. Southern Columbia down 12 right now to Berlin-Brothersvalley. 1:41 remaining here in the first half. Snyder, second shot. Good. 30-19, a minute 41 remaining. Berlin-Brothersvalley has the ball and the lead by 11 with a minute 38 remaining. As Scheller with the ball, gets it back out to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser off to the side, shot up front. Samantha Walker, no good. Coral Prosser comes with a rebound on the far right side. She kicks it out to Bryn Prosser, cross court. Bryn Prosser drives the lane. Looking to get it up. No good. Blocked by Olivia Jones. And then shot up by Samantha Walker. Walker fouled. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Man, these girls from Berlin, they have a lot of emotion, man. I'll tell you what. Man. They are encouraging their team. They're going after them hard.
Snyder first foul there. Walker first shot, no good. Minute time 19 remaining. Southern Columbia down 11 to Berlin-Brothersvalley. Minute time remaining in the first half. Back into the game comes Helwig along with Reuter. Second shot from Walker. Good. 31-19. 1:19 remaining in the first half. Helwig back with the ball. Brings that court back up top. Crosses through. Tries to create some separation against Coral Prosser. Up. No good. Foul on Coral Prosser. Creating a one-on-one game between Helwig and Prosser, and getting that foul, getting that shot, getting the line to shoot 2. These foul shots today become so important in a game like this.
Right now, it's very important for Southern. They need to get themselves, to get to the foul line. They need to make them get back in the game.
First foul on Coral Prosser, Helwig. Second time to the line. 1:10 remaining. First shot, no good. 31-19. Minute 10 remaining here in the first half. We are here on Black Diamond Sports Network at Big Spring High School. Southern Columbia trails Berlin-Brothersvalley 31-19. Helwig on the line, shoot the second shot. Good. 31-20. Southern Columbia trails 11. Helwig comes back out of the game. In comes Colette Zsido. Got to protect those fouls on Helwig, who has 3 here in the first half.
Yep, they're playing her offense-defense.
Okay, so Southern Columbia keeps this pressure on. Coral Prosser kicks it right down to the side. Gets it to Samantha Walker. Walker dribbles into traffic. The trap is on. Steps through it. Kicks it back out to Sechler. Sechler swings it over to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser from the outside, no good. Rebound up off of Berlin-Brothersvalley going the other way. 52 seconds left. Southern Columbia trails Berlin-Brothersvalley 31-20, and Helwig comes back into the game. All right, Swank inbounds the ball to Helwig. Helwig brings it up with 50 seconds left. Down 11 here in the first half. It's Helwig and Coral Prosser one-on-one. Trying to create some space. So far, no good. They're going to get her on the wall. One extra step trying to get there. And Helwig comes back out of the game for Zsido. So 39 seconds left. Looks like Helwig's going to come in for the offensive possessions. Checking in for Southern Columbia also. Got number 10, Sierra Martino coming out, as well as Macie Swank.
Well, we'll see here.
All right, 39 seconds left. Coral Prosser with the ball. Kicks it down. Gets up all to Walker. Walker back up to Bryn Prosser. Over to Mercy Scheller. Back to Coral Prosser. Coral Prosser T3, no good. Rebound. Loose ball. Berlin-Brothersvalley comes out with it. Foul. Mercy Scheller goes down. See, they're going to call this. Going to put her on the line as well. Dave, so staying with this pressure. Are you going back on this at this point? Because they're having no problem cutting through it.
Well, I don't want to give them layups. And back here, they just missed a girl on a box here for a layup right before the foul. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I would probably pull it back a little bit, but
Scheller on the line.
There's a lot of pressure to it, I'll tell you, because
that banks that one in the foul shot. 32-20, 24 seconds left. Helwig checks back into the game. That pressure's just not forcing the turnovers up top.
No, it's
almost
not.
At this point, you know, maybe packing that paint, trying to win the rebound battle, get control, and try to get a possession battle. So they're able to move the ball successfully through the paint. Second shot, good from Scheller. It's 33-20, 24 seconds left. My final possession here. Helwig brings the ball up, 20 seconds left. Got Coral Prosser on her drives, kicks it back out, moves the ball over to Leslie. Leslie pulls up her dribble, trying to get it through. Comes back to the right side. Ball loose. Olivia Jones turns it over back to Coral Prosser. Coral Prosser 2. 1 3-pointer. Hit.
that's a second one.
Buzzer. Southern Columbia is facing a very, very talented Berlin-Brothersvalley team.
Yeah.
And Berlin continues to stay on the gas. So we go into the end of the first half, 36-20, Berlin on top of Southern. Catch your breath. 36-20, Berlin on top, Southern Columbia. It is halftime. Dave, are you surprised at the pace of this game?
All I told about Berlin, I knew nothing about him. I've seen him play on TV a little bit. I've seen him play last year in the state championship game. But speed. Holy cow. Those girls can run. And you know what? Southern girls aren't slow. They're not. They got some speed to them, too. These girls are just running up and down. They don't seem to get tired. 22 hasn't been out of the game. Number 11 hasn't been out of the game.
Yeah. Coral Prosper, Mercy Scheller. What I'm noticing, too, is, number one, they're breaking that trap from Southern Columbia so effortlessly. They're finding that ball. I don't think Southern's game plan is they have them get it down here on the wings right off the bat. 2 passes. They're passing out of the press. That's one thing, going back to years and years, that's the way you break a lot of these traps. They pass out of it, yet they do have Coral Prosper who can dribble out of it. And that intensity, it's go, go, go. And the second part you see is when they set the offense, it's a lot of skip passes. They're able to execute passes, get that ball swung the other side. And when you're successful at making those skip passes, not getting them picked off, that's why they're getting these quality shots, quality traffic inside.
They got better to extend the lead later in the second quarter. But they threw a couple passes. Martino, Helwig, Jones girl, they got in front of them. They got their hands in the passing lanes and stopped them. So that's why they got back in the game. And then all of a sudden, Berlin wasn't turning the ball over anymore. Right. They weren't making that extra, no-look pass. Mm-hmm. They were making sure that person was open before they threw the ball. Coming up the floor on a fast break or on a press, they're covering it with no problem.
I mean, no problem. This game has the capacity of being essentially a one-on-one game. Right. You have Helwig, you have Prosser, both incredibly talented, able to control the game. And I think it's been an awesome show watching Helwig go at Prosser defensively, able to get into the paint, able to get a shot up, and you're able to get some shots up. The unforced errors, couple of the travels so far, a couple of passes that were off the mark. Look, the intensity that Berlin is putting on Southern is absolutely gripping right now. So Southern has to prevent that from happening.
Right. Turnover-wise, Berlin has 8 turnovers and Southern has 13. Now, a lot of turnovers didn't lead the buckets, but it's one less shot you get.
Yeah.
So that hurts you.
And I will tell you, too, you talk about those shots. I think Southern Columbia's done a great job on the board so far.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something we have the empirical evidence to really point at, too, but when Berlin is getting those shots up, we have not seen a lot of second chance shots underneath from Berlin-Brothersvalley, and they have size to be able to potentially dominate that, too. Another area where we've seen Berlin-Brothersvalley be successful, they go to the foul line. They're solid from there. Southern has not had the success at that point. Look, it's a 16-point game. Hit some of these foul shots, squeeze it down to maybe 13, 12. Get that into possession where you can get a 3 up to. And look, these last 2 quarters, first and second quarters for Berlin ended with 3-point buckets at the buzzer. And giving up that last 3.
That's 6 points. She hit one at the end of the first quarter, exact same spot. Come down, sets herself, and gets up. And she's got great form. She gets up there, extends herself high. There's nobody blocking the shot. The only thing you're going to do, foul them.
Yeah. That's all you're going to do. And she's a solid foul. Coral Prosper, solid foul shooter as well. Looking at the scores around the region, as I mentioned earlier, Lawrence ended up falling to Delco Christian 44-41. Delco, by the way, held on. 21 seconds left. Delco was up 2. So Lawrence really tightened that up. They were down 10 at one point.
Right.
We saw Lewisburg get beat as well. So I mentioned before, the Coal region comes down to Southern Columbia, trailing 16 points, trying to get themselves back to Giant Center Thursday at noon. And right now, Berlin is up 36-20 on Southern Columbia at half.
So, hey, we'll see what happens.
Well, let's take a look at this second half. All right. So second half comes out. You know that from what we've seen so far, Berlin-Brothersvalley is going to continue to dictate the pace. Right? Are you coming? I'll say it again. Are you coming off the full court pressure right now, bringing it back, forcing them to maybe bring that ball up, or are you afraid Berlin's going to be able to choke out that clock?
I might put 2 people up at the midline just to make sure they can't just walk the ball up the floor, okay?
Yep.
Because, you know what? they can walk 8-9 seconds off every time coming up the floor. You know, you get the ball, you come up the floor, you steal the ball, you rebound the ball, walk it up the floor. And guess what? As time goes on, till the third quarter's over, you take an extra maybe minute and a half off the clock.
Yep.
That Southern never had a chance to the ball.
And we're talking cutting down those number of possessions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the other thing right now is working against Southern Columbia is that we have Kailee Helwig 3 fouls. And that is a tough spot for Southern to be at going into the second half. Potentially, again, especially in the the first 3 minutes of the second half, that 4th foul is extremely detrimental. She has to change the way defensively she's playing, not the way she wants to, but she cannot get that 4th foul early in the third.
You can't get yourself involved in grabbing, reaching for the ball, and slapping your hands at the ball. You got to play, move your feet, move your hands. The girl beats you, hey, don't cut her off. Yep. Don't try to shut her down with your knee, you know, which a lot of people, they'll lean into them. You can't do that, because right now, and I think the referee's been really good.
It's been even across the board, and I'll say they're letting them play more than anything, and I think that's and it's both ways. Beneficial too. Right? It is both ways. It's a very physical Berlin-Brothersvalley team.
And that hurts Southern a little bit, because this team is quick and physical, and you know what? They're not returning state champs. For nothing. That's for sure.
And you think about that. You said something I think was pretty sage coming into this too. You talk about the timing of the possessions. Here's Berlin up 16, and they move at such a quick pace. Do they decide to slow it down?
Yeah.
Because again, we've watched them break it, get up, and miss, turn the ball over. You're actually potentially giving Southern more possessions because they are so aggressive getting up in the offensive end. I know that's the bread and butter that's got them here, but the potential for them to even try to slow down intentionally, gives them the chance to get more of that control. Now, Southern was good score quick. We talk about how quickly they were down 7-0 and put those 5 points on the board, got it back up, got it to 13-10. Real tight before they had that shot. So Southern has capacity. They got to come out and hit these shots and make a statement quick, because time is certainly not in their favor.
Well, we'll see what happens here in the second half. Bobby, I tell you what, I don't think they're tired.
I'm
telling you, look at them.
Watching both teams coming out, too, it's going to be another fast-paced second half. To reset here, we're here at Big Spring High School. Southern Columbia going to take a ball to start the second half. They're trailing by 16, and they are coming our direction here, underway here in the second half. This game was supposed to be yesterday, but weather had that one turned out, and Southern Columbia turns the ball over right away. Inbounded off to Bryn Prosser. Bryn drives out of the red box, fouled. And it looks like she was fouled by 21 Olivia Jones.
Yes, that first pass
turnover. And it just shows you again here, Berlin-Brothersvalley loose emotionally, but keeping the pressure on physically. They are nonplussed by this environment whatsoever.
Right? They're not a bit.
Yeah.
They are. They came here to play the game.
Second foul from Olivia Jones. Got Bryn Prosser on the line. First shot up, no good. 7 seconds into the second half, trailing by 16. It's Berlin up 36-20 on Southern Columbia. Second shot from Bryn Prosser. Up and good. 37-20. Southern Columbia inbounds the ball. Keeping some pressure on that Berlin, but nope, back up top. So Helwig and Coral Prosser, one-on-one top of the key. Helwig passes that ball off to the side. Gives that off to Olivia Jones. Back to Helwig, back top of the key. Set offense, try to create some space. So far, nothing to it. Helwig back to Jones. Dribble, drive, foul. Jones fouls and tried to cut through lane. Foul on number 30.
Yeah.
Bryn Prosser, her second. 30 seconds in. Southern down 17 here in the second half. Helwig inbounds the ball. Off of the back of Bryn Prosser. Helwig keeps it herself. Kicks that back out. Swank back to Helwig. Pick to separate. Helwig drives the lane. Stops. Passes back out to Martino. Martino pulls up. Bang. Good. 37-22. Berlin-Brothersvalley out lead. 7-11 left. Back down the court quickly. Big pass to Macie for 3. No good. Wide open rebound on the other side for Madison Will. Will comes down with it. Gives it off to Sechler. Sechler good. 39-22. Minute into the second half. Helwig brings that ball up. Again, one-on-one. Prosser. Off to Jones. Jones on the left side. Dribbles. Pulls up her dribble at the box. Tries to squeeze past in. No good. That's going to be the third foul there on number 30, Bryn Prosser.
Yep, it's going to be the third one, too.
And she certainly sized on the inside, too.
Oh, absolutely.
We haven't seen Berlin-Brothersvalley have to go deep in the middle.
Somebody's coming in for now, so we'll see.
She so far is the only one. They run 6 so far. So Bryn Prosser goes out. Stoltzfus
physical player, too.
Very much. Helwig inbounds the ball. Off to Jones. Jones looks, pulls up, dribbles out. Passes it off to Martino. Martino on the right side now. Steps back. Shot. Rebound no good. Shot no good. Madison Will, the rebound, gives it off to Prosser. Prosser takes it up to the top of the key. Just continuing to push. Left block, kicks it back out to Samantha Walker. Walker pulls up, no good. Ball's going out of bounds. Southern Columbia getting possession back. 6:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Berlin-Brothersvalley up 17, 39-22 on Southern Columbia. Sub in for Southern, that is Alana Reuter, going in and bringing off Snyder. A lot of pressure here. Physical court pressure right now. Berlin-Brothersvalley contesting every pass.
Yeah, Southern can't go any deeper. This is as deep as they're going to go. They have to start cutting into it if they're going to get back in the game.
Macie Swank dribbles up. Control, looking to give it off, and gets it off to Jones. Jones on the block. Travel. Little contact there, too, but she's not able to get that shot off before that second step. Turnover underneath Berlin-Brothersvalley ball.
She lowered her shoulder, went into her.
Right, and gives crazy space.
He's called a foul.
Moving quick. Here we go. All the way up. Not a foul. Crosses over. Jones, no good. Rebound out. Helwig gets it. Trying to get some motion the other way. We have not seen Southern do anything really on a fast break either. Helwig pulls it back. 3. Good. 39-25. 14-point game. 5:52 remaining here in the third quarter. Prosser brings the ball back up for the Mountaineers. Prosser stops to the left side. Pulls up. Dribbles. Passes. Passes off to Will. Will turns it over. Helwig gets the ball again. Trying to put pressure up there. Creates a space. Helwig keeps that ball in her hands. Hands it off to Swank. Swank. Looking at Jones. Jones up and good. Just like that. 6-point swing. 39-28. 9-point game. 5:28 remaining. Prosser to the Mountaineers back up. Prosser pulls up for 3. No good. Deep rebound. Rebound Helwig gets control. Tipped out of bounds off of Samantha Walker. Southern Columbia ball.
But they closed that down pretty quick.
And you saw when Prosser gets down the court, he pulls up that 3. He wanted to silence it quick. Ball's out. So Southern Columbia gets it now. 11-point game, 39-28. Helwig with the ball. Off to Jones. Jones dribbles off the left block. Pass it back out high to Leslie. Leslie off to Helwig. Try to create space. Oh, good pass to the other side. Good. Leslie. Helwig looking lower left block. Drove in. Pass to Leslie. 39-30. Southern's cut that lead to 9 with 4:51 remaining. Prosser drives on the lane. Foul for the shot. Prosser just keeps attacking the hole. Now fouls on number 4, Amanda Leslie. It's her second.
It's her second.
Amelia Leslie, I should say. Second. Prosser takes that ball out underneath. 4:49 remaining here. Prosser gives it off to Will. Will back to Prosser. Prosser passing, pull up, turnover. No, Helwig gets that ball back underneath. Tigers trying to get one more in here. Getting that pressure on. Helwig passes off to Leslie. Back to Helwig. Deep 3. Good. 39-33. Helwig, another 3-pointer. Berlin back down the court. Gives it off to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser up, no good underneath Southern. Rebound. Back in control. 6-point game. Helwig with the ball and some space. Looking underneath. Pass. A big block from Prosser. Kicked out front. Corner. That's Olivia Jones. They have this game down. 39-36. Time out Berlin. That is one swing. Wow. You're talking 4 straight 3-pointers. Unbelievable. Close that down. I mean, they were deep 3-pointers. They weren't just
behind the line. They were a couple of feet back. And I'm going to tell you what, that was 39-22 one time.
You're looking at how the depth of this game, because Berlin-Brothersvalley keeps that pressure out so deep, Southern is pulling up deep, and they can hit it. 3-point game. Here we are in the second.
Right back in the game. Yeah, I just said that. It can't get any deeper. Yeah. All of a sudden, bang, bang, bang.
What up?
Down,
Yeah.
they're down. Southern is down 3 points, and I think, how much time is left? I don't know what the
And the other part, and keep in mind, too, is Southern Columbia's fan base is back in this game now, too. We have seen such a loud crowd so far from Berlin-Brothersvalley, and Southern reignited, too. That is 4 possessions for Southern, and every time Berlin tried to get themselves back in the game, shot, missed, Southern Columbia rebound.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Loud crowd here. Big Spring High School in Newville, Southern Columbia, trailing by 3, 4:07 left.
4 minutes in the third, 4:07 left.
All right, so it's Berlin ball. Mountaineers. Sechler taking the inbound pass. Pressure is up will to Kroll Prosser. Kroll drives, dribble, passes out. Gets back to Bryn Prosser. Trying to create space. Southern keeping that defense tight, looking for a slot. Nowhere to go. Back out to Sechler. Sechler, top of the 3, left side. We go over to Bryn Prosser. Bryn dribble drive. Draws contact. And called charge. That is 4 fouls down. That's 4 on Prosser, 30. Wow. That's a real big other turnover, too. Trying to put pressure in there, trying to create space. That's 4 on Bryn Prosser, so Stoltzfus gets back in the game to Berlin. And you can see just the energy finally. Oh, and that bench in Berlin, they are sitting there, a little shell-shocked that Southern's come back so hard so quick. The fight continues. Helwig brings up ball, 3:47 remaining. Tapped out of bounds off of Sechler, Southern's ball. 3:44 left, resetting. Berlin up 3 on Southern Columbia here in the third period. Helwig inbounds the ball, gets it off to Jones. Jones to Leslie. Leslie on the right side, dribbles. Back to Helwig, top of the key. Helwig in control. Helwig being guarded this time by Mercy Sechler. Deep 3 again. Short. That's
too much pushing. You gotta get that ball in here. You're down a possession.
I did notice too, Helwig, he had Kroll Prosser on Helwig most of the night. They had switched Prosser off of her. Prosser ball, breaks some ankles, pull up 3. No good, just short. Man, it was a point-out shot. Hard, big rebound by Jones. Jones gives it out to Sierra Martino. Martino to Helwig, can look contact, back it off on 15. It's a 1-point game. 39-38, 3:07 remaining in the third quarter. Southern Columbia fighting back. Kroll Prosser drives that lane, draws some contact. Underneath. Be 21. Yeah, foul on Olivia Jones. That's 3 on her as well. But you see how Kroll Prosser is just continuing to try to take this game back over herself every single time.
And you can't really do that.
Yep.
You got to be there with the team.
And she
bring it down, collapse on you, you give it up.
And she can get that ball into the middle. She's taking the ball underneath. They got to convert. So Prosser out to Walker. So Sechler gets back to the Prosser. No good, another deep 3. It's Walker with the rebound back to Kroll Prosser. They're going to get her on push this time. Prosser gets the ball out again underneath. I think this is Alana Reuter. Nope. It's on Macie. So
Swank. That's only her first.
Her first 30. So that's a 1-point game, 39-38. Mountaineers up on top of the Tigers. 2:53 remaining here in the third quarter. Again, Kroll Prosser takes that ball underneath. Prosser, cross court to Walker. Walker to Sechler. Sechler creates a space, dribble, drive, shot, no good. Coming down the ball, they're fighting back and forth over it. East ball, Berlin comes out with it, gets it to Walker. Walker to Sechler, Sechler to Prosser. 2:34 remaining. Prosser with the left, trying to create some space. Helwig playing with 3 fouls. Prosser dribbles all the way through the other side. It's going to be a foul on Leslie. She literally looped completely under the hoop and kept that ball in her possession. She had back near the left. That's 3 on Amelia Leslie with Kroll Prosser going to the line. 2:25 left. Third quarter. Southern Columbia trailing by 1. 5 fouls at this point on Southern as well. Prosser on the line. Shooting 2.
That's automatic so far. Yep.
First shot is good. 40-38, 2:25 remaining. Mountaineers on top of Southern Columbia. Leslie checks out. Lydia Jones back in the game. 2-point game. Southern Columbia trails. Digging themselves out another hole. Getting it so close. 1 possession ball game. 2:25 remaining. Well, Prosser's second shot. Good. 41-38, 2:25 remaining. That's Swank bringing the ball up. Swank being guarded by Will. Swank off to Helwig. Helwig being guarded by Sechler. Helwig back to Swank. Swank to Martino. Back to Helwig. Underneath and no good. The layup falls out. Rebound by Stoltzfus. Gets it back out to Coral Prosser. Drives right back down the lane. They're going to get the block underneath on Southern.
She was moving. She was moving.
Prosser just keeps attacking.
Everybody's screaming, but she was definitely moving.
Called it on 21. They're calling it on Jones. That'd be 4 on Jones.
I don't think it was on Jones. Stand it up there.
They're going to be 10? Yeah, foul on number 10, Sierra Martino. That's 2 on Martino. That would have been a tough foul on Jones, but 4. But back to the line goes Coral Prosser. 41-38, 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Prosser up, first shot, no good. Prosser's second miss from the line so far this evening.
They have 1 bucket this quarter and 3 foul shots. That's all they had is 5 points.
And the Mountaineers have been gutted trying to put that shot up. Prosser's second shot. 41-38, 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Second, good. So 42-38, Southern Columbia trails by 4 with 2 minutes remaining. That's Swank bringing the ball up. Picked by Jones. Swank keeps it up in the key. And 1. Swank pulled that up 5 feet and good. And 1. 42-40. Southern Columbia with Swank going to the line. That's a foul on number 1, Madison Will. That's her second. Leslie checks back in the game. After her 13th foul, Snyder. 42-40, 1:49 remaining. Southern Columbia down 2. Macie Swank trying to complete the N1. Not up, bang.
I never seen that. Well, I'll tell you.
42-41. Pressure is on. Coral Prosser gets the ball, and Swank has her. Takes her up right from the inbound. Prosser trying to create space herself. Gets that ball off to Walker. Walker shot. Good. 2 from the outside. So 44-41. Minute 35 remaining in the third quarter. Southern trails by 3. Helwig with the ball. Little contact. Space. Helwig trying to create. Pulls up the dribble. Pass in the middle. Up. Turnover. That'd be the first turnover for Southern here in a little bit there, Dave. Yeah, Will Prosser right back down the court. Keeps it on the left, gives it underneath. Takes Stoltzfus 2. Just like that, 46-41, 5-point game. Southern Columbia, 1:13 remaining in the third quarter, trailing by 5. And Swank with the ball. Starting to see the conditioning really show for these two teams, Dan.
Definitely.
Jones with the ball. Jones pulls up, good layup. 46-43, inside a minute, 52 seconds remaining. 49-48. Remember the first 2 quarters, Dave, ended with 3-point shots that were good.
Yep.
From Berlin-Brothersvalley. Game changers, too. Pressure is out. Back to Prosser, top of the key. Prosser keeps forcing it down inside. Up, no good. Tries to put out with her own rebound. Comes down with it. Pulls it back up, no good. Trying to get him another one. Third miss underneath. Helwig with the ball. 29 seconds remaining. Southern has his numbers. Down the court to Jones. And good. 46-45. 22 seconds remaining here at the fifth quarter. Prosser with the ball. Trying to push it back up again. And a carry by Prosser. 17.6 seconds remaining. This game is where that go-go pace for Berlin-Brothersvalley is starting to haunt them. They're coming back and trying to respond quickly.
A little too fast.
And it's riding a hot streak. 17.6 remaining. Referees having a chat. Southern Columbia. Let's see where they're at here on this. They did call the carry. 17.6 remaining. Did see the carry. Okay, 17.6 remaining. 1 point game. Mountaineers on top of the Tigers. 17.6 remaining in the third quarter here. Big Spring High School. NEWVILLE State semifinal. Southern has taken a couple of knockout blows and keep getting back up off the mat. Helwig inbounds to Swank. Swank, 15 seconds remaining. Off of the right side. Swank looking to see some space created. Leslie off. Knee going the other way. 9.9 seconds. Berlin ball. And Bryn Prosser checks back in the game. There are 4 fouls, 9.9 seconds left. Coral Prosser has really tried to keep this on her shoulders. I tell you what, for what she's scored, Bryn Prosser with the ball. Bryn to the inbound. 6 seconds left. 6 seconds left. Bryn Prosser, a cross-court pass to Samantha Walker. Walker, no good. Southern rebound, and that's it. 1 point game. Southern Columbia made up a lot of ground there in the third quarter. 46-45. Into the fourth. Southern trails by 1 in the state semifinal. Into the fourth quarter, Berlin starts with the ball to start the game. If you look at the physical clock, 1 hour and 5 minutes ago, Dave, we tipped off on this game. It has been a go-go pace the entire time. Fourth quarter underway. Coral Prosser with ball near midcourt. Dribbles down the left block, underneath, no good. Another forced shot up in traffic, not getting a call. Helwig with the rebound, gets it out to Jones. Jones, back to the middle, stumbles, fall. They're going to get her on the travel. Yep. 46-45. But I mean that, Dave. We are 1 hour and 5 minutes in, and we're in the fourth quarter already. This has been a fast ball.
I'm telling you, they haven't stopped the clock much. I mean, really, it's 12 fouls, but not excess.
Bryn Prosser inbounded, takes the ball up midcourt, gets it to Mercy Scheller. 7:38 remaining. Coral Prosser, star guard, the Mountaineers, top of the key, dribbles to the lane, and step through, no good. And they're going to get her on a foul. So Prosser going back to the line. Only 2 missed shots so far on the line. She has been as close to automatic as it gets. And that's her third foul on Alana Reuter. Prosser goes back to the line. Southern Columbia rolling right now with a couple of players sitting in a foul situation right now.
Absolutely.
Prosser back to the line to shoot 2. 30 seconds in the fourth quarter. They are up. Mountaineers up 1 on Southern Columbia. First shot good. 47-45. The story, though, has been the resilience of Southern Columbia. This is an experienced Mountaineer team that continues to take it at Southern, and Southern is not back down. Nope. 47-45. Coral Prosser, second shot. No good. Southern with a rebound. That's Swank. Swank up court to Leslie. Leslie near her own bench. Gets it back up to Swank. Swank being guarded now by Coral Prosser. Leslie, great space. Auburn going the other way. Another turnover. Second turnover now for Southern at this point. 7:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Mountaineers up on top of Southern Columbia, 47-45. Pressure remains. Gets a skip pass over. Prosser with space. Drives that lane. Tries to scoop it underneath. Again, no good. And it's going to be off of Helwig out underneath. I will say, Prosser is getting that ball underneath, but her shot selection, she's constantly it's underneath the basket. And she's been getting the line, but not every time. Prosser inbounds it to Walker. Walker to Bryn Prosser, top of the key, swings it over to Scheller. Scheller being guarded by Helwig. Leslie back to Prosser. Prosser, 3, no good. Helwig with a rebound. That's a part of this game where Southern Columbia has been able to keep themselves in it. These rebounds. Helwig shot, no good. Rebound by Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus back out to Coral Prosser. 6:43 remaining. Southern trailing by 2 in the fourth quarter. Prosser on the left side pulls up for 3. Good. Sister Bryn Prosser celebrates for a 5-point game now. 6:30 remaining. Macie Swank sits at the top of the key. Shot, no good. Bryn Prosser, rebound. Pressure remains. Gets it back to Coral Prosser, 6:21. Passing right through it. Down court, Cello. Timeout Southern, 52-45, 6:17 remaining. But 52-45, Southern trailing, 6:12 left in the fourth quarter. Dribble drive by Jones, lost the ball, turnover, back to Berlin-Brothersvalley. Got to protect that ball at this point. 6 minutes remaining. Coral Prosser has the ball. 52-45, Southern trailing by 7. Coral Prosser slowing down that pace now. This might be one of the first times we're seeing some of the breaks start to hit, because you've seen so many forced shots, forced turnovers, and Southern able to get that defensive rebound. Berlin out, passes it to Will. Will back to Coral Prosser. Coral with space in the lane. Pulls up, passes to Sechler. Sechler, 2-point shot, no good. Rebound from Walker. Walker up, no good. Southern Columbia with the ball. And as Jones passes out, picked off by Coral Prosser going the other way. She does not have numbers, though. Foul outside before the shot. That's going to be a foul on number 21, Olivia Jones. I believe that's her 4th foul at this point. I believe you're right. 5:23 remaining, 52-45. Southern Columbia trails the Mountaineers.
You know, they're taking it out. It's not even a 2-shot. It's not a 2-shot foul.
No. It was on the floor. Yes, Jones actually thought that was her 5th and she was coming out.
Yeah.
But Prosser with the ball. Again, you can see this pace slowing down a little bit from Berlin, not forcing the shot up. Then they take one from the outside. Foul underneath. Foul on the floor against Southern.
I think he called that one on Reuter, did they?
Yes, that's Reuter.
I think so.
That's her 4th foul. So, Dave, really quick, reset our foul situation. We have Helwig at 3.
We have Leslie at 3. Reuter is 4. Olivia Jones has 4. And Kailee Helwig has 3. Bryn Prosser has 3. And Mercy Shearer has 2. That's it. They're not. And Madison Will has 2.
Yeah.
But they're not really in foul trouble.
Prosser, Prosser playing the ball. Yeah, Bryn Prosser's the only one. The sister of Coral Prosser, the only one right now that's seen any foul trouble. Coral Prosser now starting to slow the game down. Dribble drive, let's go with the shot. No good. Again, another rebound. No contested rebounds there from Berlin. Puts the ball back in Southern's hands. Helwig gets the ball off to Martino. Martino shot, no good. Big positioning from Stoltzfus. Coral Prosser comes away with the rebound. 4:48 remaining. Southern trailing by 7. Keep going down the court. The clock is in Berlin's favor, and they continue to push. Rebound. Berlin comes away with it, kicks it back out. We got stop and play. Berlin's coaches out on the floor talking to the officials. I did see Bryn Prosser on the floor. Foul was on. Full timeout. We got a full timeout here from Berlin. Again, 52-45, 4:35 remaining in the 4th quarter. Southern trails by 7. 52-45, Southern trails Mountaineers by 7, 4:35 remaining. Berlin took that timeout to get control. Yeah. Again, they have the best foul shooter in the court right now, Coral Prosser, and they have the possession. Ball's going to get inbounded by Sechler. Sechler to Coral Prosser. Clock to get away, 4:30 left. It's so hard for Berlin to come off the gas here, though. They just keep pushing. It's hard to keep you tame here a little bit. Shot up, no good. Sechler turns that ball, rebounded by Southern Helwig. 4:19 left, ball back in Helwig's hands. Pressure stays intense on Helwig. She creates space, up, foul. And late, Sechler, that's put Helwig on the line. Here's those foul shots we talked about earlier. Yep. 7 points. Helwig goes back to the line with the clock stopped at 4:13 remaining.
That's her 3rd foul versus Sechler. Helwig's going to the line. Shoot 2 more.
Southern Columbia's defensive rebounding has kept them in the game. It's been one and done for Berlin.
That's right.
Tired.
Absolutely.
Helwig shooting 2. First shot. Up. No good. 4:13 remaining. Southern trails by 7. That's Leslie checking into the game. And Jones comes out. 52-45. Mountaineers on top of Southern Columbia. 4:13 remaining in the 4th. Helwig on live, second shot. Good. So 52-46. 6-point game. 4:10 remaining. Coral Prosser brings that ball up the court. Sliding right past traffic. Pushes down the court. Layup. Good. 54-46. 4 minutes remaining. Swank with the ball. Southern Columbia starting to feel a little bit of this pressure. Where we've seen Berlin-Brothersvalley back off some of their pressure, too. That's Walker taking on Helwig. 3:48 remaining. Helwig trying to create space. Drive, shot, on the elbow, not called. Moving up, Bryn Prosser with the rebound. Prosser pushes that ball back on the court, gives the ball to Coral. Prosser. Coral stays to the left, driving down the lane, pulls it back out wisely.
She was so smooth. So smooth. Oh, man.
It's just this. Now, this is where Southern Columbia's got to be smart with these fouls, too, because we're going to come up to the foul situation. Southern has 3 fouls this quarter. We want to get them on the line. 3:24 remaining. And the last person you want to foul is Coral Prosser. Ball off to Sechler. Sechler keeps control. 3:17 remaining. Southern Columbia down by 8. Coral Prosser foul. Foul by number 4, Amelia Leslie.
Yep.
That's Leslie's 4th. So 3:12 remaining. 4th foul this quarter for Southern Columbia. Let's reset you quick. Again, 3:12 remaining. 4th quarter. Southern Columbia trailing Berlin-Brothersvalley by 8. It has been a very, very strong game for Coral Prosser at the line. Jones to check into the game. Jones to check into the game. Yes, Jones to check into the game. As Leslie's 4th foul, she comes out. Also, Colette Zsido goes into the game. And out comes Sierra Martino. These fouls are going to become really important. Again, 3:12 remaining. Coral Prosser inbounding the ball underneath their own hoop. Southern down 8. Prosser off to Walker. Walker back to Prosser. Prosser brings that ball to the top of the key. Guarded by Zsido. Gives that ball wide open underneath. Stoltzfus good. 56-46, 10-point game now. Southern Columbia, 3 minutes remaining in this game. Going to have to respond to the defensive stop and get some points on the board. Swank with the ball being guarded by Prosser. Gives that ball to Zsido. Zsido and Helwig, the ball knocked out of bounds by Coral Prosser. 2:47 remaining. Leslie checks back into the game. So Swank going to bring that ball in. Side out, 2:47 remaining. Swank gets that ball to Jones. Jones pulls up for 3. No good. Prosser, big rebound up the court. Quick to number 11, Sechler. Sechler pulls the ball up, pulls it back, gives it back to Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus off to Walker. Walker on the lower left block, hits out to Prosser. 2:33 remaining. Prosser has the ball. 10-point game. Prosser crossing up Jones. Back and forth. Moving on the left side. Strong with her left.
They have so much.
Walker.
So much control of the ball. And they're so confident in what they're doing that
Helwig is going to foul on Jones. No shot.
I know. It was no good, but Jones way before the shot. But smooth. I mean, confidence. Everybody looks to get the ball. They just don't throw a shot up.
Yeah, and they have the capacity to slow this game down. It's the 4th foul on Helwig. Yeah. And that's a 15th foul. So, again, she's going to the line.
That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted.
12 so far from the line so far. Coral Prosser up 10. The Tigers are trailing by 10, I should say. Tigers trailing Berlin-Brothersvalley by 10. 2:16 remaining. Miss. First shot missed by Coral Prosser. 56-46. Southern Columbia trailing. 2:16 remaining in the 4th quarter. 4 fouls right now on Kailee Helwig.
9 of 13 for the free throw line.
Second shot coming. 2:16 remaining. Southern Columbia trailing by 10. Coral Prosser misses the second. He got to have both.
Wow.
Southern Swank. Berlin caught napping. Swank driving. Gets that ball knocked out. Yeah, knocked out. Stays here for Southern off of Sechler's hand. They broke that quick. Berlin was not back on defense. One of the first times we're seeing them be less than attentive in a moment like that. So Jones inbounds the ball. 2:08 remaining. Clock is ticking. 5 seconds. It's a 5-second violation against Southern Columbia. That's a hard one to have happen there. 2:08 remaining with the ball underneath your own hoop, and you're down 10.
You got to get the ball in bounds somewhere. Somewhere you got to get the ball in bounds.
So here we go with Berlin-Brothersvalley. Rosie Sechler inbounds with Coral Prosser. 2:07 remaining. This is going to be a really tight. But give Prosser credit. She keeps pushing that ball up the court. Gets that ball now into Sechler's hands. That's who you're going to foul. There you go. Second foul, or number 2, Macie Swank there with the foul. That's going to be her second foul.
Yeah, she has fouls to give.
Yeah, Rosie Sechler going to the line. Sechler 1 for 2 from the line so far today. 1:59 remaining. Southern trailing by 10. This is going to be a foul situation. Again, Sechler. 2 shots. First one up. Good. 57-46. 11-point game inside 2 minutes. Stoltzfus checking in for Bryn Prosser. Time is starting to run out on Southern Columbia. Second shot coming here for Sechler. Fast-paced game hits both of those shots. 58-46. Southern trailing Berlin. Swank into Jones. Jones dribbles up. Gets to the block. Kicks it back out. Swank with a three. No good. Rebound. Paul Prosser knocked to the floor. Keeps her dribble. Maintains control. 1:44 remaining. Southern Columbia, again, has to foul at this point. There we go. Foul there by number 10, Sierra Martino, putting Sechler back on the line. 12-point game. Southern is trailing. That blistering pace certainly showing its impact on both teams at this point. Sechler on the line to shoot two. Hit both the last time out. First one, shooter's roll. Good. 59-46, 1:40 remaining in the game. Southern Columbia trailing by 13.
Really tough now. Real tough. That's,
We're looking at a 13-point game. One more shot here. Second one, good. Now shooting such a difference. 60-46. Now Southern has been able to score.
they see 1 point was scored on a foul shot.
One time for it.
Yep.
Yep. There's Helwig up and one. And one. Draws the contact on Sechler. That's the first shot you need to get. 60-48. Yeah, 12-point game. I will go to the line for one. Gonna see Jones check out and Zsido checking in. Minute 31 remaining. Right now, if you're Berlin-Brothersvalley, they want to keep that clock running. Southern needs to find a way to force turnovers, and that's not going to be an easy thing to do when this is a slow-paced game. Helwig hits, converts 60-49. Southern keeps that pressure up, gets it off the Bryn Brothersvalley. Foul by number 10, Sierra Martino. Putting Bryn Brothersvalley on the line. Bryn Brothersvalley, the sophomore, slightly taller than her sister Coral. Minute 27 remaining, 60-49. Southern trailing by 11. Sophomore Prosser on the line to shoot two. First one up and good. 61-49. Jones checks back into the game. Zsido comes out. Bryn Prosser's second shot. No good. Long rebound. Helwig controls it. 1:25 remaining, 61-49. Southern trailing. Helwig faced up by Coral Prosser. Off to Swank. Swank, 1:17 remaining. Dribble, drive, trying to create some space, pulls out from 15. No good. Airball. Bryn Prosser with the rebound. Stole it back underneath. Southern Columbia gets possession. No good. Foul. Yes. Foul there on number 15, Alana Reuter.
That's her fifth, I believe.
So Alana Reuter.
That is.
And that's going to put Samantha Walker on the line. So Alana Reuter's night is done. 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining. Southern Columbia trailing by 12. Samantha Walker going to the line. She is 1 for 2 so far on the night. 61-49. Mountaineers on top of the Tigers right now. 1 minute, 4 seconds remaining. And Berlin-Brothersvalley on the line. Walker's first shot up. No good. Quick rebound, quick out. Try to get that ball down the court and score.
You got 1:04 left. That's it. Not a lot of time.
Each of these possessions.
Yep.
Southern versus Berlin foul shooting at this point. 62-49. Helwig gets the ball. 1:03 left. Brings that ball up. Faced by Coral Prosser. Deep three. Almost at midcourt. Short. 57.5 seconds left. Helwig pulled up from the logo. 62-49. And Berlin-Brothersvalley going to take that ball out underneath. Helwig comes off pressure. Inbound to Coral Prosser. Pass it back off to Walker. To Sechler. Sechler brings that ball to the court. 53 seconds left. Still allowing her to dribble. Back to Bryn Prosser. Bryn Prosser still allowing him to pass and dribble through this. To Sechler. Big turnover there. Yes, as a matter of fact, Stoltzfus the ball.
Martino, great job.
Get that possession back. It's 62-49. Southern Columbia down 13. 45 seconds left. No time to wait. Helwig gets that ball in. Helwig dribble. Creates off ball processor, stays to the left. Physical contact again. Draws the foul. No good. Helwig shoots 2.
She fouled her. She pushed her.
No doubt about it. However, lay that off. At this point, Southern needs to maintain the possession.
Oh, yeah.
And anytime you're allowing Southern to score without the clock running, you're going the wrong direction.
That's right.
You're going to control this game just by maintaining that possession, getting that ball back in their hands. 2 shots from Helwig. First shot is good. 62-50, 37 seconds remaining. As Zsido checking in. And Snyder checking out. 1 shot left, 37.9, 62-50. Southern down 12. Their season hanging in the balance. Second shot, good. Shots when they count. Foul? Foul on Southern Columbia? So is that a dead ball foul? So the foul shot counts, 62-51.
It's Martino's. That's her fifth.
So she comes up. But that's an interesting foul, Dave, because that is essentially a dead ball foul.
Right.
She's going to shoot 2. Put Stoltzfus on the line. You're going to foul anyway. I'm not saying this, but I'm a little surprised by that. So the foul shot counts, so they're down 11. Stoltzfus on the line with 37.9 seconds left.
Yeah.
Interesting advantage Southern pulls out of this. Now, Stoltzfus makes it matter. It's the first one, 63-51, 12-point game, 37.9 seconds left. Yeah, that dead ball foul. Interesting timing. Stoltzfus first, second shot.
For sure. That's for sure.
She gets loose. Helwig gets that ball. Helwig before Foster. Helwig tries to cross her over. Pulls up at 3. Off balance, no good. Southern rebound. Jones up, good. 28 seconds left. Timeout, Southern. 10-point game. Southern down 10. 26.6 seconds remaining. 63-53.
Hey, here we go. We got 14 seconds left.
Well, we're inside the timeout here. So let's just reset really quickly. Here we are, and this is, again, I talk about a fast-paced game. They tipped off at 7:50. It is 9:19, and we are down to the final 26 seconds of this game. Berlin-Brothersvalley up 10 on Southern, inbounding the ball. That's Mercy Sechler. Sechler to Prosser. Prosser able to dribble 24, 23. Dribbles the top, still waiting to foul her. Trying to get a foul on her, not able to. There's the foul. That's Colette Zsido. 19.2 seconds left. That was 7 seconds. Able to come off that clock, Dave.
Yep, and she's going to the line to shoot the ball.
So Prosser has been solid from the line so far today. 2 more. This is her 14th and 15th shot so far.
I believe so. Yes, I believe that's what you're right. You're right about. She shot a lot of foul shots.
She draws a lot of contact, especially going to that left. First shot is good. 64-53. Southern trails by 11 with 19.2 seconds left. Visnsky checks in for Penny Stoltzfus. That's just the second sub that we've seen Berlin-Brothersvalley put in this game. They clear out the paint. It's just Southern down there. Cole Foster, second shot, good. 65-53, 19.2 left. Berlin backs off. Cole Foster does put some pressure on Helwig. Helwig tries to cross her over. Steps back. Shot. As you dribble drive by Snyder. Shot up from Zsido. No good. Other side, rebound by Jones. Jones with 4 seconds left. Up and no good. Rolling around. Maintain control. Girl Prosser, and that is it. Southern Columbia falls just short in their bid to find a way to the state championship game. 65-53. The Kitchens come flying from the Berlin side of the court. Southern Columbia comes up 65-53. Dave, Sandry, Bob Howard here. Southern Columbia's luck runs out on St. Patrick's Day. 65-53, falling to a very tough Berlin-Brothersvalley team. Bringing the Tiger season to a close, Dave.
Yeah, you know what? Great season for these girls. They're young. They fought hard, and I'll tell you what. I've never seen nothing like an Eastern Final. You fight back down 17 points, and you come fighting back.
Against the defending state champion.
Right. And you know what?
On a young team who has not been before. With a first-time coach who has not been before. There is so much positive that Southern Columbia is able to take home from this. There are no moral victories in basketball. There are not. But there's moments you build on. It's that line where they're going to hurt. They got to hurt together. But you don't stop.
No.
The goal is to come back here next year.
And I'll tell you what. You couldn't have got any more out of the Tigers than you got today, buddy. I'm telling you, them girls, coaching staff, they all did a great job. Tell you what, let's give them a little rundown on the scoring. Macie Swank ended up with 5 points. Amelia had 2 points. Rosie Martino had 2 points. Alana Reuter, 4 points. Olivia Jones had 14 points. Snyder had 4 points. And Kailee Helwig had 22 points. 22 turnovers also for the Tigers, which did help. Now, for Berlin-Brothersvalley, Samantha Walker, she had 2 points. Mercy Shearer, she had 18. Carl Prosser, she had 27. Penny Stoltzfus, she had 7. And Bryn Prosser, she had 12. They had 13 turnovers, so there's a little bit of a difference. Turnover situation, 22-13.
And again, when you start the game, if you're Southern Columbia and you dig into a 7-0 hole at the start, we talked about how nerves and butterflies certainly can play a factor. And Southern Columbia certainly came out and in that moment showed their age. But after that, Dave, that's when Southern Columbia showed their resilience. One word that keeps being described to the Southern Columbia Tiger team is scrappy. And that is a team. This team did not quit. When they were down 13, did not quit, fought all the way back, and put the defending champions on their heels.
You know what? The only thing I would have loved to see, now they cut a tough point, and they had a couple times down, couldn't get over that point and get a point ahead instead of being a point down. I would have loved to see what would have happened and what kind of pressure that would have put on Berlin if Southern would have jumped ahead by a point. They just couldn't tie it. Couldn't, had layups, missed the foul shot, and they had their opportunities. I just would have loved to see if they could have got ahead by points, see what happened.
And you saw how Berlin reacted. Every time Southern went on a run, it became more desperate. It was, to me, that was a strange component of this matchup for Southern. Every time Southern came out and boom, 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 there were these blisters. And Berlin, rather than slow it down and get back in control, sped it up, right back up. And then there's a rebound and going the other way and a rebound the other way. So much of this game, by slowing down that pace, to keep Southern from going on those runs. And Berlin get force and force and force. Don't get me wrong. We're going to hear Carl Prosser's name. She won basketball.
She's tough.
Not about it. She is
one
and
tough
she
girl.
Can play. She plays physical and can draw those fouls
and going down. She gives you that jab, step left, and before you can correct your situation, she's by you on the right side, and she jabs, step left. She's just heads and heels above a lot of people.
And really is. So when you look back at this, as we kind of get to our closing moments here, Southern Columbia, if you're just tuning in, Southern Columbia falls to Berlin-Brothersvalley. Their season comes to a close. Look, Southern has taken on all competitors, and we talked about how Southern made those last couple of games so close. This is one that early on there were so many indicators that Southern Columbia was going to be outmatched. And they did not believe that hype. And that's why Southern Columbia fought back. They fought back. 2 3-pointers to end the first quarter and the second quarter.
They were unbelievable. And they weren't easy shots.
They were not. So we're talking about, this was Berlin-Brothersvalley throwing everything they could in to keep a young team like Southern from getting back into it. And Southern kept fighting back. The future looks very bright in Catawissa for the Southern Columbia.
Absolutely. Well, I guess this is about it, huh?
Well, our season comes to a close. We want to thank everybody who's tuned into our Black Diamond Sports Network slate of games this entire season. The one thing we know, we do love high school football season, but there is nothing like March, and there's nothing like basketball. Some nights turn out this way, where you're sitting there looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard, watching another team celebrate with Hershey kisses on the floor. But the future comes back again, and there will be another time where we see Southern Columbia back in this position coming up in the years to come. A young team and a first-year head coach.
My wife just texted me. She was listening to the game going on, and she said, "You talk faster than me."
Well, you know what? Where do you think I learned it from?
I know, exactly. But they don't understand. You got so much time to get stuff in, and you try to get it in. You want to be as clear as you can be, but sometimes you're talking faster.
Let me point out what I think is really the ultimate story of the game as we're in our final moments here. Look, this game tipped off at 7:50, and I keep coming back to this point. That is one of the fastest paced games I think I've ever seen.
No, and moving.
We're talking about that game. We were into the fourth quarter.
It's 9:30 right now.
And it was just a little over an hour, 4 minutes in. That, to me, that pace and the conditioning for both teams, it was not a slow, set, go. It was constant.
Great game.
Constant fast break basketball.
Well, people, this is Dave Sandry and Bob Howard signing off. Hope you enjoyed it. We loved having you. Great game. Final score again, 65 Berlin-Valley Brothers, 53 Southern Columbia. Good night, and have a great day.
And be the best part of somebody's day.